People liked this?
Did we?
Are you sure we watched the right thing?
I think we did. Like HBO Max Mortal Kombat. That's
I don't know about that.
what the.
Hey guys, welcome to Oddcast, a For Nerds by Nerds show. Today you're joined by myself, Joe, CN, and Paige, and we're going to discuss
Mortal Kombat. And
whatever the fuck it was that we watched. Because
whatever
I don't know.
I
For those of you who are unfamiliar with Mortal Kombat, it's a tournament-style game made in the 90s. Well, the late 90s. And then, mid-90s, actually.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure the Force Torn came out on the Sega Genesis.
yeah, mid-90s by Midway Games.
Early.
So there are tournaments held, and instead of big armies going to war, each realm chooses champions, and those champions fight each other in Mortal Kombat tournament. If you lose 10 tournaments in a row, your world is conquered by one of the other realms. The most notorious realms that are the most important to this are
Outworld,
and Earth.
Earth, our realm. Which,
Yeah.
Did they even mention what our realm is called?
Yes.
Earth Realm. That's
Earth
all they
Realm.
said.
Raiden called
Yeah.
it that.
Yeah, Earth
Yeah.
realm.
By the way, the first one came out in 92. So.
Early 90s.
Yeah, the first Mortal Kombat
Because
game.
Mortal Kombat was the
movie
first.
came out in 95.
Yeah.
That's technically the first video game I ever played. Was Mortal Kombat on the Sega Genesis at my babysitter's house when I was like 3. So.
But
So you fight in a tournament. You might as well just ignore that because there is no tournament in this movie.
Like it doesn't
they even talked about it. Like,
Yeah,
Raiden was like, Shang Tsung is trying to basically wipe out his champions before the tournament started. So it's like...
Now, eventually, you do plan to have dinosaurs on your dinosaur tour, right?
And then they did this.
I mean, they did have a bunch of one-on-one fights, which is, standard for the Mortal Kombat games.
Yes.
But still, it's supposed to be based off of a friggin' tournament, and they never have it.
Yeah, so there are a couple things that we liked. We both, Paige, we don't know if you're included in this, but we liked the opening.
Yes.
Yeah.
The very beginning was pretty good.
I liked the Hanzo story. It was good.
I was like,
all right.
this is dope. Okay, I'm feeling this.
Clan on clan combat. And then you get to...
It was accurate.
Yeah, and then you get to present day, and you're greeted by Cole, who's a made-up character.
Who's a
Totally
made-up
made
character. And I even from the trailer, I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about the new character. Especially since now that watching it, Cole is a descendant of Hanzo, who is Scorpion. So
Hold on. Did we even say spoilers? Because I feel like we should have said
doesn't matter.
spoilers.
Yeah, guys, we're not going to ruin the movie for you. It's already really bad.
The movie's already ruined for you.
Yeah, you want a
I
number
feel like we
system
should say
3.
Spoilers.
I give it a 3
Spoilers.
out of 10. What do you give it?
I actually gave it a 4.
Paige, what do you give it?
I give it a 3.5.
Yeah.
3. Maybe.
So the
something
average
like that.
score then is 3.5.
Yep, average.
That's the average. It's not good. I don't
It's
understand
not-
why there are all
There are
these posts
so
online
many people
that say that
online
it's good. I'm
saying
like,
this movie is great.
where you get, maybe they were high when they watched. I don't get it. Like, it's just the story was all over the place. Cole is a worthless character. I thought I hated Liu Kang, whom I still hate, but Cole's worse. How do you make a character that's worse?
But Liu Kang did have the worst acting
Yeah.
in the
Oh, for
whole
sure.
movie.
Yeah.
And Raiden, he was kind of like I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so Raiden in the video games, as well as in the original movies with Christopher Lambert, was like this optimistic, like, I'm going to defend Earthrealm even if it means that I have to break the rules type of guy. And in the new Mortal Kombat, he's like the worst guardian the Earth could ever have.
For real, though.
People are teleporting in, assassinating champions, nothing. He does nothing.
And the assassinating of champions to take their mark, I was like, what the fuck?
Actually, I didn't mind that so much.
The passing of the mark thing, I was like, all right, that's kind of cool. Gives it like a Highlander edge to it. I kind of understand
didn't mind that so much.
But then it just got ridiculous. I was like, so there's only 5 champions? Why are there only 5?
So what I think was hilarious was the fact that before the movie came out, I was like, I wonder if they're going to do powers. Because they didn't really do powers in the original. But I was like, I wonder if they're going to do powers in this one. And they did do powers. And how they explained the powers...
The Arcana of the Mark.
The mark. The dragon tattoo, the dragon mark, birthmark-like, on your body, when you tap into that gives you your unique powers. So that explains Jax's arms. That explains Sonya's
blaster thing.
blaster,
even though
pink power thing,
and Kano's laser eye.
Yeah.
Even though in the game,
Cole's armor. What the fuck?
yeah, even though in the game, 3 of those things are explained through technology.
correct.
Kano-
Jax's arms,
Kano
and
is the
Kano's
leader of the
eyes.
Black Dragon,
Yep.
and that's where he gets the laser from. Cabal has high speed because he's also technologically advanced
Yep.
through the Black Dragon. And then you've got guns, obviously. And then Sonya and Jax are military special forces in charge of defense of Earthrealm. In this one, they're conspiracy theorist veterans who live off the grid because Jax has a birthmark that he doesn't understand. Because even though the Order of Light, which Raiden is part of, is supposed to be rounding up the champions, they have done a shit show job. So bad, as a matter of fact, that 4 people show up in the middle of the desert. Liu Kang finds them and then claims that he has rounded up the champions of Earthrealm. Even though they came to him.
This movie was ridiculous. That is the one thing. I got texted Joe right after I watched it. This movie is fucking ridiculous. I mean, it was fun. Some of the fatalities were cool and slightly legit, but blood everywhere. Like, it was just so fucking
but here's
ridiculous.
the thing, like, it went from like, we're going to be a serious story and we're going to tell this story, and then it was like, how can we fit in as many fatalities and one-liners that relate to the video game as possible?
Yeah, even like so I didn't mind the whole Kano wins thing because that's kind of the way he.
Yeah,
that's
his
how
character
his
was
character
really good. I was like
that.
how are you going to let Kano steal the whole fucking movie?
Kano did a great job.
He did.
Kano was great.
Straight up.
Jax, I mean,
For what he was fine.
For what he was fine. I didn't like Kung Lao that much. He looked great. I didn't like him that much.
Yeah.
It's because he didn't do much.
And I really, really did not like Shang Tsung.
So I thought about this, and I think I know why Kung Lao bothers you and me so much.
Why?
Because I think the director fell into the M. Night Shyamalan trap. When M. Night when he did Avatar,
Okay.
he fell into the trap
bring
of
up that
you have to do
blasphemy.
a whole bunch to do very little. So Kung Lao does like all these fast movements and stuff so he can get a fireball, and it's like, you're taking too long, bro. Like, it should have just been like, whoota, and there's a fireball.
But he had finesse. I'm not gonna lie. They because Kung Lao in the game has the bladed brim
I said
hat.
Liu Kang.
Yeah.
Kung Lao.
Because because Kung Lao had the bladed brim hat.
Yeah.
He had good finesse, especially whenever he did like really cool. It was fine, whatever. Liu Kang sucked. Just off the jump, he sucked. Whatever. Don't like him in that movie. Now, I want to talk about 2 other characters that they focused on that technically the whole movie's about. Sub-Zero and Scorpion. I did not mind them at all, really.
So, okay,
It's because they had the better story from the beginning.
So, I have problems with a couple things. One, where did the rest of the Lin Kuei go?
For real.
Well, that's true.
Like, Scorpion didn't hunt them. There was no story of Scorpion killing Sub-Zero's people. Sub-Zero just joined...
probably died off. Remember, probably Sub-Zero in this storyline, Sub-Zero probably joined Shang Tsung and Shang Tsung gave him eternal life.
Yeah, so
he outlived the rest of the Lin Kuei.
Maybe, but I don't...
But even at the end, he said for the Lin Kuei, and he's still, like, they're not around. They didn't even...
Yeah,
ridiculous.
and then my other problem is that they hyped up Scorpion so much.
To use him so little.
Yeah. So and I don't mean like in the advertisement, I mean like in the story, like, oh shit, Scorpion wants vengeance. He's gonna hunt down these Lin Kuei motherfuckers who slaughtered his village, and he's gonna kill all of them, and it's gonna be awesome.
No.
He's gonna pull a Ghost Rider John Wick thing. It's gonna be great. Oh, he's been trapped in hell for 1,000 years, but he's gonna come back and fight Sub-Zero. He shows up, and Sub-Zero still whoops his ass. I was like,
not really.
He didn't quite whip his ass, but it took both Cole and Hanzo to be able to beat him. And it was just like...
I felt like that was not... I was like...
Technically, and to be honest, if you really want to like kind of dive into that, technically, he still had 1,000 years of training ahead of Hanzo.
For real? I just...
Sub-Zero had longer training.
But he would have still been training in hell. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, even Raiden planted the seed of, like...
Sub-Zero,
so that the spirit of Scorpion can fight with you, or so that the spirit of Hanzo can fight with you. And I was like, all right, because he has the little thing, but like it didn't shoot it out of his hand, and then it became, how can we get over here? And it's just it just all fell apart towards the end. And like people are talking about, oh, I hope they make a Mortal Kombat 2. I don't. If you're gonna do it, just get the people who did the YouTube series to make a movie for you, because
Mortal Kombat Legacy was fantastic. fantastic, and that was done with way less of a budget.
Mm-hmm.
So if you haven't seen it, go on YouTube right now. I'll put it in the link. I'll put it in the description below. Go to YouTube, watch Mortal Kombat Legacy. I believe it's like maybe 8 or 9 episodes.
No, man, they did like an entire season.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think there's like 18 episodes.
Yeah, watch it. It's
It starts off without magic, and then it finds magic towards the end. It's like
they got
right,
great
cool.
actors. I mean, they got great actors. So it's way better than
than whatever it is we just watched. I don't know.
And like I said, like we said in the beginning, I don't know why people like this movie so much. I don't know if it's because it's just action.
Yeah, well, like, and it's weird because like I saw things online where it's like, well, if you weren't born in the '90s, you can't appreciate it, and I'm like,
excuse me.
Yeah, I was like, I wasn't born in the '90s, but I played the games and I loved it. Like, and it's so sad because Mortal Kombat 10 and 11 are these beautiful masterpieces of games and storytelling. I'm like, they figured it out, and then I don't know, it just fell apart in this movie.
I think what it comes down to was the storytelling. Like the script for this movie was shit.
Yes.
It was not good.
And the acting.
It's possible. Well, no. It starts with the script. It always starts with the script. Then you get the actors, and so I feel like this from the beginning. It was a rotten apple. Like you can tell the story better. I feel like they went with the easy way.
You know what?
of telling the story, and they failed.
You know what I think we need? I think we need the Ed Boon cut. Hashtag Ed Boon cut. Release it, Warner Brothers. We know that it's out there.
Hashtag Ed Boon cut. No, like I think that I'm glad they didn't do that.
I was waiting for it.
I think that this would have been a better movie. Excuse me, better story is if they called it Mortal Kombat and then like a subtitle, like Mortal Kombat at the beginning or more something, because obviously the tournament hasn't started yet, and now at the end, Raiden's talking about he's going to gather more heroes, which means we're going to get Cage is definite because of the way
they need to round up the other Earth champions, and it's like, wait, there were only 5. If Raiden can just hand these things out like they're candy, like, oh, you're a champion. Why didn't he just do that for Sonya in the first place? Like, here you go, Sonya. Boom, you're a champion. It's been granted to you.
Either way,
it's all over the place, guys.
This movie is trash. Don't watch it.
Ridiculous.
Watch it.
Watch it while it's free. But if you have to pay for it, it ain't worth it.
It ain't worth it. It's not good. And for those of you that are saying this movie is great, you can go fuck yourselves. Okay.
No. I honestly, I want to know why they think it's good. Like, how can you watch this movie and think that it's good? It was fun. It was entertaining.
Yeah.
The action wasn't bad. But as like a solid, as just a movie, it wasn't good, guys.
Let us know below if you watched it. Let us know if you liked it. Let us know if you didn't like it. And I want to know why. Actually, I want to know why you liked it.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I want to know how you thought.
I want to know why you liked it.
Please.
While you're down there, exactly. While you're down there, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell for notification. That way, more stuff that we do pops up on your screen.
And click that link to watch the show on YouTube.
Yes, more Kombat. I will leave that in the description down below as well. But other than that, I'm ending this subject.
You're ending it?
Yes.
Finish him.
No. No. Later, guys.
Flawless ending.